Okay.
I'm a mom of 2 kids and I'm a professional, so my
Wow.
life is quite busy. For me, a life without structure, it doesn't do me good. So I like my routine. I think it's important for me.
Okay.
Yes. What I learned through sports is this type of connection that it's made without social barriers. I think for me now the dream is to be able to change the dynamics of how I relate to a partner.
Yeah. But do you think the vulnerabilities open up when we do more or when we do less, actually? Nice.
Hi, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. What is your name?
My name is Clarisse.
Clarisse. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a pleasure. Nice. What,
Nice.
what brings you to Montreal, actually?
But I live here, like I've been living here for 18 years.
Oh, wow, okay. Nice.
I just came off work. I work in a hospital right across the street. So
Okay.
that's why I'm passing. It's my way home type of thing.
I mean, it seems like I interrupted your way home then.
No, it's fine. It's okay. It's a good
Nice.
interruption on Friday afternoon, so
Okay.
it makes a change.
How was your day?
It was busy. Like I did my training. I'm a triathlete, so I train for a half Ironman.
Okay.
I'm a mom of 2 kids and I'm a professional, so my
Wow.
life is quite busy. But yeah, the day was great. Like it's always great after a swim, right?
Yeah.
I usually say that all my problems stay in the pool. So
Lovely. The swimming part is your favorite part?
the swim is my favorite, yeah, but I like the 3 sports.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Have you been doing these sports for a long time?
I've been doing triathlon since 2013,
Okay.
like usually Olympic distances. And when I signed for my half Ironman, I got pregnant of my first kid,
Okay.
so I didn't do it.
Sounds like a good excuse.
Yeah, it was a good excuse. And then now that I'm 50, I turned 50 and the kids are bigger, so I decided to sign up for
Let's get back on it.
yeah, get back to like
Okay.
a more training.
Would you say your fulfillment is mostly about sport?
I think it's not one thing for me in life. I think profession, it's also fulfilling because I like what I do. It can be tiring. I'm a physiotherapist in a rehab center. So I work with people who were amputated on the legs to put the prostheses and start walking again.
Okay.
So I do like my profession. I think it's, I like to see people overcoming their own limitations after, a moment like that in life, which is not easy for anyone. And changing a little the life if possible, right? Sometimes people change, sometimes don't, but it's good to be there and see how the human beings behave into these difficult situations.
So like giving them a new chapter, a new start in their life?
Yes, exactly. This fulfills me. And
Yeah.
I think it brings me to be a triathlete in the sense of if my patients do it, right? Even though I was always an athlete since small kid,
Yeah.
there's no excuse for me not to do it, you
Okay.
know? So if there were moments that I didn't want to do things, I always had to look to my profession and say, I have no excuse to not do anything, because if people who are like, losing legs or dying or etc., because
Yeah.
I had other hospitals that treated differently clienteles. So it always pushed me to go forward in the sense of seeing people overcoming their own issues and suffering.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
There's also the family part, which is very fulfilling,
I
having
guess.
2 kids.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a mom, and I'm 100% fulfilled with my kids, and I love my family.
Beautiful. What gives you the most peace in a day or in a week?
It's hugging my kids, definitely. But it cannot be separated because sorry, I had just put color in because, yes. It cannot be one thing, as I said, right? I think every little piece of the day, it fulfills me in a different way.
Okay.
If I had a bad day at work, if I get a hug from my daughter and I'm able to talk to her about it, it's gonna compensate. If I had bad day at home but I had a great swim, it's gonna compensate. And I think that's how the balance makes.
So
in
it's
life.
important to have multiple sources of peace, maybe.
Exactly.
Okay, nice.
Exactly.
So would you say like work-wise you are actually living your dream? Or did you have a dream that was a bit different when you were younger, for example?
But I don't know, because I've been working in a hospital since I'm 19 years old. So I don't know if I had space to think about something else at some point. Maybe before I wanted to be an architect, or maybe a veterinarian, or I wanted to go to medical school but be more like an ER doctor. But then what really the circumstances were able to give to me, and I think it suits my personality and things that I like to do.
Okay.
It's physiotherapy, and I'm fulfilled about it. Of course, that it's not a profession that you're gonna be millionaire usually, but it's a great profession. I like that, and I like my team, and I like the people I work with also. I think this is an important part of the day, me being someone that needs to work, right?
Yeah, you
In
have
that
something
sense.
to aspire to and to strive for.
Yeah, I mean, have a routine for me. It's important.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, did you experience times in your life before where you did not have this routine?
Yeah, I think the gap when I was finishing high school, that I had a little bit of gap between high school and my first experience in studying inside a hospital, where like you wake up and you're like, what am I doing? What I'm gonna do? For me, it felt very empty.
Okay.
And for me, I'm very active, so I need also to have walls, in the sense I need to have structure.
Okay.
So for me, a life without structure, it doesn't do me good. So I like my routine. I think it's important for me.
Okay.
Yes.
So you need to be active, actually.
I need to be very active. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
What did you learn the most from, I would say, sport, as in something that you probably have applied in the rest of your life also?
I think it's consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency and teamwork, in the sense that what I do is not a team sport, triathlon, but it's not a lonely sports either, because I mean, sharing life with athletes, for me, it's a little bit like the hospital, because when I see a patient with his hospital gown, I'm not seeing your titles. I'm not seeing how much money you have. I'm not seeing, your social status. So we see the person pretty much empty of walls, you know what I mean? And on the sports, the way I see sports, it's the same. When you deal with people into sports, you're not too worried how much money this person is making. You're not worried if it's the president or if it's the people from the maintenance. You're worried that, is this a good teammate? Is this a person who is challenge itself? It is a person who is able to talk to you and motivate you in a nice way, So for me, what I learned through sports is this type of connection that it's made without social barriers and economical barriers. So for me, life without connection, it's an empty life. So because I'm able to connect with people without having to worry about a lot of other stuff, which in normal life we worried about. How this person's dressing, does this person smokes, drink, or whatever. Plenty of things, right? Into sports, I don't worry about it. Usually when you're into it, right? You're gonna worry about after. And at work, it's pretty much the same. In the hospital, you're worried about the person per se and how much she can heal, like get better, let's put that way. So that's, and consistency, same thing. If I don't do my workout on everyday basis, I'm not gonna improve. And then I translate that to my job also. So I think it's both of my life in that sense, they complete each other.
Yeah. Do you feel that your value you would be aware of your own value without the sports titles and the sport rewards, for example?
If I would
Because
feel,
it also puts people on rankings and these kind of things, right? So would you feel that for yourself you are able to also keep a distance from the race?
from being worried about performance,
Yeah, the performance aspect of
the
things.
performance in the sense of competing with other people.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
totally.
Okay.
For me, the most important about the sports and the competitions is the training that I have to do every day.
So that's where you find the fulfillment, actually.
That's where I find the fulfillment.
Okay.
I think, you know, it's like the dessert. The race is the dessert.
Wow. Okay.
You know, like you train the whole year, you train
Yeah.
for 6 months, and you have a trip that you go, and you're gonna have a nice race, and you're gonna go to a nice place. And then you can say, you know, this chocolate cake is really good because it's been a while that I don't do this.
Yeah.
It's been a while I don't eat a chocolate cake. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
okay.
But if you eat the chocolate cake every day, then you
Yeah,
know, you're gonna lose value.
The body might not handle it also.
Also, exactly, also that. But I can separate because I'm 50 years old. So not only because of my age, but I can separate because for me it was never about racing. It was always about the training for the everyday, when we are together as a team, what we can laugh about it, what is the other person like experiencing life, the other person, like the teammates, like what do they work with and how they arrange their own lives, who these people who are similar to me. Because at the beginning my family found like I was always the weird, right, in the family.
Okay.
You're too much, you know, always like I'm the too much, right? You do too much, your emotions are too high or too low, so
Okay.
all these things. So, and then I also felt too much in different places because I was always the too much of the family. But I started competing, I was 6 years old, and I loved it. And I stopped at some point because I changed schools, so there was no more competition. I didn't love because of the fact that I got a medal. I loved because I pushed myself through it, because it was something that is inner on me to push myself into sports. It makes me feel good.
Okay.
So when I'm racing, I'm not pushing against somebody else that is next to me. I'm pushing against my own limits, but in a controlled way, because now I have maturity, because it's been too long that I train. But
Okay.
it's never about the medal.
So it really helped you to find also your place in this world,
Yes,
in a way, sports.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because when I have the contact with all these people who could be tagged, you guys are too much, but together we're not too much. We are these people who are normally too much and need to be too much, because that's the way we handle life, being too much, you know, like, so it's fine.
I mean, too much is just a matter of perspective, right? I mean, I think we're all too much in our own way, but just in different dimensions. And sport is one of these dimensions, and in work is another one, family is another one. So and I'm happy to hear that it seems sports really help you also to find your contribution. Yeah.
It helped me to find myself, not be ashamed of who I am, not be ashamed of this thing that I'm too much. I'm just me, and that's me.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I have a place where I found myself, where there's people who look like me a little bit, you know?
Aspiring the same things. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That have these goals, that likes training, they wake up early to do it, and they're happy about it. And so
with everything that we talked about, is there today something that you are looking forward to, or maybe a dream that you still have sometimes in your mind or in your heart?
I think my dream now, like for real, it's not about, of course, like money is always excellent, but I'm not going to talk about money here. Oh, I'm going to win the lottery. Yes, there's a dream to have a lot of money, so we could do something, you know, travel a lot. But I think for me now the dream is, because I separated last year, and the dream that I've been working on is to be able to change the dynamics of how I relate to a partner,
Yeah.
because I think this is gonna do me good. I used to relate to a partner in a way that was more about doing than about feeling. Maybe because I was afraid, maybe because of old patterns when I was a kid, maybe because of 100 of stuff. But for me, I want to find a partner that I'm able to bring down my walls a little bit more, you know? Because I was always the one used to protect myself. So I think even in all the relationships that I had, which I had long relationships, I would still keep these walls. So I think I was not able to be as vulnerable as I could be to be able to connect.
Yeah.
So I think a real connection in the sense that I can sit down and talk long hours with that person. I think it's my dream, because I think it's something that is going to fulfill me a lot, that is going to give me again connection, which I think it's important. And I think that it was something that I missed because of things that I had to work on. And I think it got to a point now that I'm able to realize,
Yeah.
and starting to realize. I hope it's going to kind of give me this type of cure or this type of chance to change these dynamics into romantic relationships.
So maybe also a connection that would be also more about, so you said feelings, or also doing less and being more?
Exactly. It doesn't have to be a triathlete, you know. I'm a triathlete, but the person doesn't have to be. I think it's just, as you said, being able to connect more,
Yeah.
and be in each other's presence,
Yeah.
in a more like complete and calm and peaceful and acceptance type of thing.
Yeah, of course.
Because now I can probably, hopefully, I can allow that to myself. I can allow me to be myself, because
Yeah.
I think because of a lot of things in my life, I was always trying to hide, you know. Oh, I'm too much, so I have to be little, because if I'm too much, I'm not going to be able to, you know, be into society, you know. So there's a lot of things that I was keeping in.
But do you think the vulnerabilities open up when we do more or when we do less, actually?
I don't think it's related with doing or not doing it.
Okay.
I think it's with being present,
Yeah,
even if it's not for like 6 hours a day. You know what I mean? But in that
Very
presence,
much.
be present at the moment that you have.
I agree, 100%. And I feel that sometimes, at least in my view, the dream is about being in the present. And I think that everyone's dream starts in the present, actually. And I feel that sometimes we can actually be more present by doing less. Sometimes, you know, we are in a world that goes very fast, that always expects a lot from us, personally, professionally, socially speaking. So it's hard sometimes to slow down and to allow ourselves to
Totally.
like share a coffee and talk about things.
Totally.
And yeah, I think when it's about being vulnerable, it's probably also sometimes about, yeah, allowing ourselves to do a bit less. But
That's a good
it
point.
depends. It's different for everyone, of course. But yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it's fine. Yeah, but it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, thank you for opening up. It's
Thank you. It
very
was a
inspiring.
good chat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you,
Yeah.
and good luck with your podcast.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
What's your name?
Bastian.